Well, let me ask you then, do you dry clean your shirts?
Some.
Okay.
Some.
Why?
Not all of them.
Why?
Ask my wife, I don't know.
I like that
So
answer.
Jenny takes care of all that.
So,
she makes a decision.
I personally get my shirts dry cleaned because I'm lazy. That's it. And you know, you get to a level where it's like, I don't even want my wife to be washing my shirts. I just dry clean them, drop them off when you're at the store. It's right there. So this is sort of a lifestyle decision. Yes. You don't actually need to dry clean your shirts. For a good quality cotton shirt, you can throw it in the dryer, you know, tumble dry, whatever. It's perfectly good to go. Especially now, as a lot of shirts are made with sort of wrinkle-resistant blends, like a little bit of Lycra. You know, there's just some additive in there that makes it still wear well, and you can iron it or steam it or whatever. I hate ironing. I can't stand ironing, so I get all of my shirts dry cleaned. And I think it's a really big privilege. And I'll tell you guys how I came to that conclusion. It was Robert Kiyosaki. He I think it was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or something I read from him that said, like, don't invest time into things that are below your pay grade. So if I'm looking at dry cleaning and like, what am I saving? Like, if I don't dry clean, I save $50. I mean, what is an hour of your time worth? It's more than $50. Yes. I am not going to take an hour to go and do my laundry. I will pay somebody to do it so I can focus on what I'm best at and maximize my income opportunity. So guys, when it comes to clothing, you want to look great, but don't be cheap when it comes to cleaning stuff, because you're wasting important time that you could be making sales with.
I agree. I agree.
People are like, but Dimitri, on the weekend I'm not making sales. If you're not making sales on the weekend, are you really in sales? Do people in sales want to work 40 hours a week? Come on. Let's talk about that. Top salespeople.
Well, he's just selling all the time. You're closing all the time. Doesn't mean you're working all the time.
Yeah.
Right. But you're definitely, because you don't know if you're in sales where you're going to meet that next client, the next prospect.
Right.
Right. Who you're going to connect with. I mean, every day is an opportunity.
Heck, today we went out to a coffee shop and there was a nice Ukrainian girl serving coffee. I said, and we started talking. I'm like, is this the job you want? She's like, no, I want to do something better. I just came here. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm hiring salespeople. Let's go. Let's talk. And that's very normal. Like if I meet a waiter or a waitress that's like very sharp and I can tell their career is not in waitering, I asked them, have you ever thought about being in sales? There's always, and by the way, this is actually really crazy. So I was dressed really, really well. So I'm talking to her, and how does she see me? Probably as being successful, right? So when I lived in a condo building, I had a penthouse, and my office was on the 12th floor. So I designed a really great life. My office on the 12th, I live on the penthouse on 22. Yeah, and so I never had to commute to work. So I would take this thing down. But whenever I took my garbage out on the weekends, I would always wear a suit. You know why? Because I'd run into clients and I'd run into prospects, and I never wanted to be caught off guard. When I fly, and I'm sure you do the same thing, I dress up when I fly. Because I want to attract business. I can't tell you how many clients I've met just talking to people on flights, and people behind the camera talking about that too. That's huge. You should always be selling. Should you not?
Yes, 100%. Always be selling. Always be closing.
Is a salesperson ever turn off?
If they are ever turn off, they're not salespeople.
That's huge. If you're looking for balance and I want to work 40 hours a week, it's like, people tell me I want to get into sales because I get so much free time. It's like, oh, you are not right for sales. Yeah.
No, it is not a thing that you do. It is a lifestyle.
Man, I love that. It's a lifestyle.